Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Community Report. I am Dari Ido. With Lekki backwaters, the wallpaper like edifice, and other imposing architecture around the neighborhood, it is a darling for real estate investors. Little wonder why some are seeing the community beyond a place of abode. Is rapid urbanization threatening this area, initially designed as residential? Well, some residents say the bad of the heavy commercial activities outweighs the good. On this episode of the program, we explore what makes Lekki community different from other communities in Lagos, what is responsible for the drastic change in its landscape, the challenges and other sides that are rarely seen about the community. It is not your average neighborhood, but those who live there say, don't just get carried away, only by what you see. The peninsula is approximately 70 to 80 kilometers long, with an average width of 10 kilometers. Lekki currently houses several gated residential developments. Parts of the Lekki Peninsula was formerly known as Maroko, a slum, before it was destroyed by the Rajurasaki-led Lagos State military government. Victoria Island on the west, Ikoyi district of Lagos with the Atlantic Ocean to the south. Lekki appears to be one of the well-planned and well-mapped-out residential neighborhoods in Lagos, located in Etiosa local government. Lekki is one of the upscale communities developed by the military. The community is demarcated and are marked in zones.
Lekki is so organized to the extent that we have a policy handbook that was handed over to us by His Excellency Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola SAN. It is called Policy Handbook on Lekki Peninsula Scheme 1 Residential Association. For example, in Zone 1, it is bounded by the Lagos Lagoon. On the northern side, Oluwole Cole, Onitire, at the southwest end, through Adenibewale, Ajibode, and Babatunde, and just part to the end of Freedom Way by the housing estates. We also have Zone 2, bounded by the lagoon to the west, Admiralty Way at the southern end, part of Freedom Way at the eastern end, Olawale Cole, Onitiri through parts of Fatai, Idowu, Arobieke to the north and northeastern side.
The properties in Lekki are expensive and are also in high demand. The heavy commercial activities in Lagos are gradually creeping into many zones of the community. Initially designed to be residential, the neighborhood plays host to popular restaurants, shopping malls, plazas, boutiques, hotels, and many more. Because of the serene environment and the less congestion it offers, those who love to burn calories and keep fit find Lekki roads suitable for their fitness routines, especially early in the morning and late in the evenings. A member of the Resident Association, Malaki Ezioke, says the community is not what it used to be.
Lekki is a coastal community. You can see us, we are by the water, and it's one of the highbrow estates you have in Lagos. And its uniqueness is its location. It has this serenity, it has its coolness, and it has its ambience. But our most people enjoy here mostly is that we are like a sports community. A lot of people come here in the evenings and on weekends to jog because of the peace and tranquility you have around here. Our bridge, the Lekki, the bridge that connects to Lekki Ikoyi, is like a popular landmark. You have seen famous people coming to jog there, and you have a lot of jogging clubs and jogging groups that are operating here. It's because of the peace and quiet. Even along our Duro Simi to Hakin Dixon and the bridge, and then on our street. If you come here in the evenings and in the weekends, it's just like everybody is exercising one way or the other. But these things that we enjoy so much, that have become part of our lives, are being hampered now by a lot of miscreants coming and invading our society and our estate. We have a lot of miscreants that come in here and they hang around in the uncompleted buildings and in the abandoned projects around here, and they cause a lot of havoc. So we, the Lekki Residents Association, is crying out to the government to help us to curb the menace of these people that are coming in here to harass. Most times we do our joggings in the evenings or early mornings, and you find that people are now scared. They don't do it again. They wait to around 6:30, 7 when the daylight has come out fully because of fear of being attacked. Even we have recorded attacks of people being attacked at ATMs, at the highways where they are jogging. So the invasion of these miscreants and people with no known address is a big problem to us. And we are calling on the government to partner with us to please help us to check this influx. We have security patrols. You will see our vans and our pickups there. We have the presence of the police, and we have the civil defense, and we have the man o' war, and sometimes we also use the services of even the OPC. The Resident Association has been fighting, but our resources are limited because we don't really have so much resources in our disposal. The local government has taken over our revenue point, which is our gate, and they are just giving us pittance. And we've been managing that, and we've been crying out to the government to please come to our aid, because we really have a lot to work on in security aspects, especially as our residents and as our business owners are concerned. Because if we don't have good security here, then everybody living here will be like a hostage. So we really need government intervention and government partnership to help in this estate so that we can have a peace and a quiet and a serene estate that it has always been. I will not say because there is a lot of activities, that is why the security has deteriorated. I will say it is because that the influx is not being checked. We are not in control of our gates. We are not in control of our access points. Therefore, people who are coming, you cannot determine who is coming. Therefore, you have all kinds of people coming in. And then you have even prostitutes coming to joints and restaurants we have around here. But these things can be checked if we have more resources at our disposal. Because we work in conjunction with the police, the Morocco police station over there. They help us a lot to carry out raids on all these other miscreants that are disturbing us. But it's not enough, because if we have more resources at our disposal, we can do more. And if the government can really partner with us, especially in having control of our access points, we can be able to say, this kind of people, we don't want them. Right now, we are fighting Okada, we are fighting cat pushers, we are fighting miscreants, we are fighting prostitutes, our call girls who line up on the bars and restaurants you have around here. But all these things require resources. If the government is not in tandem with us, we'll be having serious issues. We know that the revenue we used to get when our association was in control of the gates is definitely diminished now, because we are now getting just a percentage of it from the local government. In terms of sports, our women, our wives, our daughters, our girls used to jog in the evenings, and they used to do that freely. But now they are scared, because early in the mornings you can be attacked. late in the evenings, you can be attacked. So people are now feeling like we do it during the times that we feel that we are safe. But these are things that we used to take for granted. And then lifestyle, yes, we will say that there are a lot of restaurants, clubs that have come up. But sometimes you can also say that in life, there are certain things you can no longer hold on to. Like this Admiralty Way, like Folo Oshibo, like Freedom Way. These are like highways. And these highways, you cannot stop commerce from happening. People need to go to supermarkets, they need to go to clubs and all that. But we need to control these things. If we don't control it, it means that people in there can no longer live here. So we really have to put a stop. And the only way we can do that is to have partnership and to have more resources at the disposal of the residents, and we can be able to pull off this kind of efforts. It's just our security van. They are just coming back from their regular patrol, and you can see them with the sheriffs. These officers are called the Lekki sheriffs. They are the ones controlling the traffic.
The upward swing in construction activities in the area are not unconnected to the environmental problems, especially as there may be no commensurate provision for the new development. The community still attracts people from across the country, but the residents say they're battling with security challenges, unregulated commercial activities, water problems, among others.
Lekki was developed by the past military government long time ago, and they had a plan to create an estate where everything will be working. Estate that can be compared to anywhere in the world. Central sewage system, park for recreation, many more. That was a long time ago. But now, it's no more like that. It's different. It's lost its glory. And we, the executives, are fighting to get it back. You see, it was supposed to be a retiring home for civil servants and people that are in business after age of 50, 55 to come and relax, retire in a serene environment. If you remember, what actually prompted that was the Sulere saga, or the Adeno Gusoya, that was beautiful residential area was turned into commercial areas. So they are looking for something else to develop. So that's why they developed this place. But unfortunately, it's not more like that. It's important to every human being is potable water. There has not been potable water in anybody's home since the beginning of Lekki. The government are trying. They put a water corporation, mini water corporation in Lekki, but it's nothing to write home about. It's not working. Everybody here, you buy water to use for household. You know, you can't drink that water, but you have to also buy water to drink. If you know the amount of tankers that enter this Lekki every day to deliver water, that should prompt the government to know that there's a lot of money to be made in water provision for people. We have approached the government. We've got a company that is has a partner in America that came to give us water. We approached the government. We had a meeting with them, but they threw it out. You see, if you put round hole in square pegs, you can't get anything. If you put somebody who is not effective in a position as providing water for the people, you can't get anything out. Water surrounds us and we lack water. It's an irony. We even approach them that, look, we can use a lot of technical processes to get water around us into the homes, but they are not just forthcoming. We had a meeting, nothing was coming out of it. It's not the first time. As you are here, go to the water corporation there. If you get any water look, maybe about 5% of people living in Lekki gets water in the pipe, but that water is even brown water. So it's like there's no water. Very unfortunate. Water everywhere, but no water to drink, to use. Everybody have to dig borehole and then have water treatment plant in their homes. Everybody. You can imagine water and septic tank in the same compound. There's no way they won't mix. So health hazard. Lekki was designed to have a central sewage system. There was a land plan for that, earmarked for that. But what happened? It has been sold to, whoever pays in the ISB. It has been sold. This military government, they had a good plan. But for the past 20 years that this, we have this similar administration, it has been worse. To me, the sewage problem we have now is just a bit better than what we had 60, 70 years ago. 60, 70 years ago, in homes, in Lagos here, you have a small room where you have a big bucket, where you go and do all your things there. Then at night, some men come to carry it to go and dump away. So what you are now doing is that, okay, instead of the buckets, you now dig a hole in your compound, and you cover it, and all your waste goes there, and then you now bring a tanker to come and take it away. What have you done? You just improved a bit after 60, 70 years. So the military government that planned this Lekki, they planned it, Lekki is the first estate in this area. They planned it properly to have a central sewage system where all your sewage will go to, and from there you flushed away. But you see every day sewage tankers coming in to homes to carry their sewage away. And the health hazard is severe because you have a borehole here, 5 meters away, you have a sewage hole there as well. So what happens underneath? They mix. People suffer from cholera, so many things. Waterborne diseases. So what are we talking about in 2022? And why are we having this? Because the land supposed to be for the central sewage system have been sold.
We stopped by the Water Corporation facility in the area established many years ago. The place is struggling with dying equipment. Those in charge say there are efforts in place to increase capacity.
Initially, this Lekki Water Works was actually established to cater for the entire Lekki Water Works. So then it was Micro Water Works. So later it was now upgraded to Mini Water Works. So initially we have two borehole pumps working. So at the end of the day, it was now upgraded to 4 boreholes. Out of the 4 boreholes, as I speak now, we have only 1 borehole working. So that is the reason why some customers do pumps, because the customers are getting water earlier. Since the pumps have been reduced, they are not getting the products which are getting there. We have 3 pumps installed, but as I speak, it's only 2 that are working. 1 is down. So out of these 2, we're supposed to be using 2 pumps at the same time, while 1 stand at standby. But for now, we are using 1. Even that 1 that we are managing is even down. So presently, we are doing bypass. This bypass of water that we are using, that pump water to the numerous customer, doesn't have that power. Pressure. You understand? The pressure, unlike taking it to the right tank, that have that gravity to don't come to it. So obviously every day customer comes for complaining.
Another water problem faced by Lekki residents is flooding. Some roads are flooded despite efforts to control inflow and outflow of rainwater.
The only problem you have when it rains heavily, you have water everywhere, and that's because of the drainage, blocked drainage, and this is caused by the people themselves. We have been advocating that people should not drop bottles in the drainage. People should clear their drainage so that water can flow. But because of their lack of being proactive, they leave it there and they get flooded. But after about an hour, the rain have stopped, everything will calm down again.
Its proximity to the Atlantic Ocean, poor drainage system are a few of the reasons responsible for the flooding. In another zone along the Lekki coastal axis, the stories are quite different. As we drive through the makeshift structures, the settlers could only wonder if another demolition exercise is looming. The government has always demolished these informal settlements. According to authorities, the effort is to discourage a faster development and get rid of criminal elements.
We are here, we want to live here because here is our business place, because we are fishermen. We don't have any other job that we do it for here. So some people here, they are going to do dredging work. So they are still sleeping here. People that are cooking here sell food for them. So some people here fishing, come back and relax for here. So that's the reason why when we come for here, nowhere to go stay and do the business. We know ourselves. That's why here, no, we don't have a problem here. All of us, we are the same. We are one love for here. If you ask anybody, they tell you this place, we are all of us is one. All of us is one team. So that's why we like to stay here together, no fighting, because we will not like fight. Anything like fights, we avoid them, make them go outside, go and do their fights there.
At this settlement, residents are largely into fish farming. They have only just harvested this shellfish and getting it ready for consumption.
Auntie, what are you doing with this?
This one.
Yeah.
I want to cook. Now,
so you were saying something about washing it and cooking it, and it to be interesting.
This one, you won't cook and I go wash and like this.
Okay.
You go carry water
Okay.
with salt. You go cook am.
Okay.
Before you go come out, you go put her inside pockets, one pocket.
But she's eating it raw.
Eh?
She's eating it raw. See, this here is eating it.
I like this.
Wow. Without cooking it. What's this thing called? What did they call? What's the name? Wow.
They roast, cook, and there are some they can eat raw. That's our show for today, everyone. If you miss any part of it, you can watch it on our YouTube channel. You can also follow the conversation on our social media platforms displayed on the screen. Thank you very much for watching. I am Dari Ido. See you next time, and bye for now.